Namaste everyone. Here we are again. Today our topic is Satya. It's from Yama's. It's the second jewel based on as I mentioned earlier, it's the Yama book from the Deborah Adele. She said that it's like the jewel, like the second jewel of self-restraint or external behavior, Satya. So what is Satya? Satya is basically the truth or truthfulness or being very true. Okay? So the word in Sanskrit it's Satya. In yogic practice, Satya basically focuses on more carefully choosing our words so that they do not least, they don't harm, but you can create most of it good. So you want to watch what you say. It is very important, and it kind of goes with as previously we discussed Yama 1, which is ahimsa, non-violence, thoughts, speech or words or action. So it's the same thing. They kind of both goes together. So you want to kind of align all these three things. Basically, the truth is more of like the words and actions. So you want to be bring some alignment and focus in one pointed direction of being true, like being really true. So once again, Yama means restrain, literally it's all about do's and don'ts, and most of the time in non-violence it's like don't do that. In Satya it's like do, be true, really want to be true. And sutra means, as you know, it's like a thread. It's words from the sutra, from the yogic philosophy. It's kind of like thread. So you want to align and sew that, bring things together so that you feel more connected with the body, mind and soul. So let's get into the topic of the Satya, truthfulness or the truth. It's about being true with our words and our actions, and our intentions is all aligned as one inner truth. And as I said, saying one thing, doing something else, so you're kind of taken away from, you pulled away from the truth. So you want to bring those all things together and speak the truth. And truth has a weight, and the truth has power, and the truth is more like a fluidity. It's more like a, how would I say, it's like a dance choreography. It often changes, the energy goes now. For example, the truth now, several years later, exchanging the truth, the sharing the people, and it changes in its patterns. But the truth has that fluidity. So you kind of have to understand that the truth has this different aspects of this expression towards the truth. Truth has a weight, truth has a power, truth has its fluidity, and truth can cause good things and bad things also. And sometimes it can end up like sorrow and kind of a loss. So as we said in yoga, Patanjali says, it's about self-restraint. It's the extent you have to add to be more compassionate and kind when you say something about the truth or what you do, that action. So it's not about not saying, but it's about saying, not causing, harming others. So it's very important to know that you want to be less violent. So as I said, ahimsa and the truth, they kind of walk together, they goes together, and to create harmony and peace. So once again, you're not just reacting to the life, but you're creating the truthful life in any form of life, in any form of your self-existence, or you're seeking for the true existence of your life through the purpose of this yogic philosophy. So telling the truth is kind of very easy. Sometimes you speak about the truth things, it's so easy, and but it's not the same when you lie. You kind of can do this kind of a self reflective, you notice your behavior or your thoughts or your speech or your patterns. It's why I'm saying that it is to, for example, like telling the truth is very easy, right? But when you lie, you have to remember whom you said and what you said and what time and what and which, where, and you might forget, because mind has this capacity, like sometimes you might things forget. You don't say the same thing with this person, that person, that person. So you want to be like more truthful, but you make sure that it does not cause harm to anybody. In my point of way, generally, if I don't know, from my perspective point of view, if I don't know about the truth, I would just say I don't know. Or if it is causing some kind of a damage or a loss to the person or the people around or anything, I prefer to be more kind towards to that, the truth to be revealed in a different way. Or maybe I try not to express. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I might feel, oh, if I say this out, I might cause harm to the others. It's better not, like, maybe you want to see from the other side what exactly. So it's kind of like seeing both sides of the coin, not just one side of speaking your own truth. Oh, I'm going to speak truth. So it's not about action of being truth. It's about consideration for all beings, because we need to add ahimsa. So with all this yamas, it kind of gives you kind of insight about, basically creating harmony and peace. So, yeah. And truth is not safe. If you move on to the kind of more deeper, truth is not safe, but it is good. I repeat, truth, it's not safe. I mean, like Satya is not safe, but it is good, because as I said earlier, truth has the power. Truth had power to do right things and wrong things, and also truth has power to end sorrows. Like you really end up all. So if we don't approach the truth, we haven't really understand this this Satya, the Yama guidelines, what exactly. So you want to approach with the kindness and compassion, and wear that second jewel as your external behavior, not causing any kind of damage, but you being truth and protecting at the same time yourself and others. So watch what you say, be careful of your thoughts and speech and your actions and behavior. So it is very kind of like, you need to be very concerned of ourselves with the truth, and also feel trustworthy about you and about everyone. So it's about simply, it shows that being authentic. I'm not sure you guys can see the same, being authentic about the truth, and also being honest. Honesty, deliberation. It is very important to carry this, this kind of integrity attitude. Once again, people, gratitude is the attitude. This is very important to understand, and not causing a damage or to anybody or ourselves or to others. And do not underestimate the value of truth. It has so much power. You can walk so straight with that. You can just you don't need to run away from the situation, or run away from certain people or certain things that you're afraid of, you're scared of. Oh, if I say this or that. But you can literally stand firm and create that harmony and peace, and following these guidelines of being compassionate and kindness. And when you practice Satya, when you practice, this is a very key point, you listen carefully. When you practice Satya, the truthfulness, and the ahimsa, the non-violence, if you see here, ahimsa and Satya, they have to go together. They need to carry this love. And also, when you carry this Satya and ahimsa both carry together, you would feel much more easier and lighter, instead of you lying around, or as I said, you're afraid of speaking the truth or something. Now, So it'll become much more easier. You begin to feel more lighter because you speak the truth. And you can see that, like, that gives you the ahimsa and satya, like, are meant to go together hand to hand, and it gives you that insight about the satya has connection with ahimsa, and they both are aligned in the same thoughts, in the same speech, the same words, the same action to create harmony and peace. And yes, remember, if someone invite to speak the truth, what you gonna do? If someone invite to speak the truth, what are you gonna do? You think about it. And if the, like, for example, the truth, and it is an injunction, how do I say that? The truth is like a non-violent way to find a way, speak the truth kindly. It might be quite difficult speaking the truth sometimes, because you know the facts, like what's going to be. If you're smart enough, if you're wise enough, you know how it is. And in Buddhism also says, like, right speech, right words, right action. But in Patanjali, they give you kind of insight about being more grounded firmly. And as I said, the Satya, the truth, it has such value. It has to go with the ahimsa together. You always have to remember. And that creates alignment. Everything is like firmly aligned. So let's say you can have an idea about someone, about something, or something, but you know the truth, but you really don't know the truth. So you don't really speak the truth unless you know the truth of that person. So you have a dialogue with yourself before you speak the truth. Did I really know the truth? Or what I see is the truth? Sometimes your senses can cheat you. What you see, you're not exactly seeing. Sometimes you see things that the way you want to see, but it's not actually you're seeing the things that the way they are. So you want to go deeper, like dive into the truth, and you speak the truth if it creates harmony and peace. So don't point you to anybody. You, I, it's kind of like pull away, like, we, maybe it creates more, wohai, satya, it's like the true expression. Or because when you're speaking your truth, it has as a point, and when you're somebody listening the truth from yours, they have their point, or somebody in that truth, they have their point. So you kind of align. It is hard, right? Yeah, but it's easy. But as I said, the Satya is not good sometimes, but it is safe. It is safe. That's what the book says, So when you're, like, for example, someone criticize or hurt of talking this truth about you or your people, your family, friends, relationship, or office, or working together, or anything, in any circumstance, any kind of situation, what happens when you say blindly, it creates anger to the other people because of your truth. Maybe it's not truth what you speak, because it's criticization and discrimination, or because you speak this truth and they hurt them. It's kind of a lot of turbulence here. It's very chaotic. It can be very chaotic. So you don't want to create this anger and damage to that person or to anybody. So you want to be very considerate, and consider for all beings, ahimsa, non-violence. And Patanjali says the alignment comes with one's thoughts, words, and actions with its true existence, with the reality. So you want to be more aligned. And it is very important to have honesty, deliberation towards the truth. I would like to read a Sanskrit text here from the chapter 236. Satya pratistayam kriya phala asrayatvam. It means when the yogi is firmly established in truthfulness, Satya, which is the basic foundation for success in all actions and transformation, he or she obtained the fruit of actions without effort. So it's pretty cool, right? It's from the Yoga Sutras. I like the line. I'll read it again. Satya pratistayam kriya phala srayatvam. So you want to be grounded with the truth, and then all these transformations, actions can be very aligned with your thoughts, words of speech, and with your actions. And sometimes admitting the truth can be difficult, and let's say I don't know the truth. The way you say is also can be tricky sometimes. Like, so you want to be more kind, and it's very important. And the most important is being authentic, being well-being. As a human being, we often have this desires, self-indulgence, you know what I mean, and self-expression. We kind of running away from the truth. All this like taken away from everything. So it's kind of like, if you see this word, like this is the thoughts and words, and the action. They're like three cars or three lasers pointing different directions. You kind of like scatter the energy, but you want to be aligned together and pointed in one pointed direction. Like, so the path is very clear and gives you kind of a deeper understanding about this truth. And also in any kind of a philosophy, you can apply this now. I mean, it's pretty cool. What was this? This Nicole Bachman from Yoga Sutras and Yama from Dabradil. They really, such an inspiration for me that they came up with great examples to gives you that insight about it. This one-pointed journey, a direction towards the truth and towards this ahimsa. And there are some more that I'm going to talk about in next video, but for now we're talking about the truth. So having your own opinions, having your own interpretation of the reality of your truth, and speaking the truth is valuable too. It is okay also speaking the truth, but it is about how you feel and how they feel. And it is okay to speak the truth instead of speaking lies. So you want to consider, one more time, you want to consider. And let's just give you a greater example. Mahatma Gandhi. He's like a non-violent, he's like a non-violent warrior. He's like he doesn't not even carry a weapon, carry a lie, does not harm anything. He just stands for this ahimsa and satya, and he kind of bring them together line, and he followed his path, and he did win the whatever we call war, or this separation, or kind of a country as an authority. He brings back the freedom by following these two paths, which is so, how to say, I don't know how to say it. It's just like, it's a great thing. That's why we call him Mahatma. It's like the greatest soul, or Jati Pita, father of nations, Mahatma Gandhi. And Gandhi believes in Satya a lot, the truth. As you can see from history, the only one man or one person as a human being stands for this ahimsa and satya to bring the freedom to the people that he loves and the people that he care, and people that the country that he lives in. And he give up everything. So they can see that such a transformation takes so much effort to do that, because it's so hard to follow the true path, right? True path, true existence, non-violence, speaking the truth. Can you imagine? He brought that freedom to that country following this path of satya and ahimsa, the truthfulness and non-violence. If you follow the same, what it can change your life, and what it can change others around you, and what it can bring you, and what might be. Think about it. So with these characteristics and qualities that he carries towards this practice of this ahimsa and satya, gives a lot of clarity for us and for everyone. For me too, I born in India, and I often study about the history and how was, this country, we got freedom and we got a democracy and all this stuff from India. And I kind of have an idea about it. And also this Sanskrit that from India kind of helped me to understand deeper meaning of it. And I'm sure you do understand what I'm saying. So you want to get that clarity from this great example, from this being, Gandhi, non-violent warrior Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, believes in Satya and what he brings the change to the people of his country. And so imagine billions of people. And how about you? You're just one person. Can you imagine you follow this path and it's hard. It can be very exhausting. You have to give up a lot of things. You have to be truth, constantly standing for it. So you want to be more more wisdom and bring that clarity to your actions. And when you bring that, and it has this purity towards what you're bringing into the action as one, the truth. So people, remember 3 lights pointing in one direction, and also standing with the truth. It might be difficult, but you can actually stand for it and try your best. And I really invite you to explore more of yourself, kind of you do a journal about it. One more thing. Being real rather than nice. I repeat, being real rather than nice. So you want to be real. Don't worry, you won't be an outcast because you're too outstanding or too talk about the truth and you're going around and speak truth and there's something that creates now. But it does create that firmness of following this Yama too. And it creates, as a person, you be more authentic. And you do it first time is the right time. You don't want to go back and fix things, don't you? But you want to be kind, you want to be compassionate, you want to practice ahimsa together, like what Gandhi has did. He's never violent, he just, he did that. So I want to invite you to explore more of yourself, how you speak, your words and your action, are they aligned together? Do kind of a week practice, and the second week try to be be more authentic. And you have to do the journal so that it might be helpful for do the self-monitor. So speak the truth and don't lie and do not harm. It's very important, and doing it right time is the first time. And as I said earlier, truth has this fluidity. It's like a dance. It's like a dance where the rules and this certainty, it changes with the circumstances. This fluidity, what makes the truth, the fluidity. It's like a choreographer. The energy chain is bang, 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 tack, tack, tack. So everything. So this, whatever this, ups and downs, the power of in this fluidity. It changes. Chung in Cantonese and truth in Cantonese is a si sat. It's down, not up or straight. Si sat. It means truth. Chung. Yeah, it means fluidity. So that makes the truth so interesting. So practice being real rather than nice, and think about your self-expression, self-indulgence. This is not your desires or your whims kind of pull you away from the truth. And these kind of things takes time to self-reflect and see. When you practice all this, whatever this philosophy gives you, that what is the power of the truth and what makes you to be more authentic and to be more real. I think that changes a lot. So you think about it, people. Once again, Be real. Thank you for watching. Namaste. Bye bye.